me tell you, it's rough. It's rough having kids and a family and everybody's banging around, you're trying to get stuff done. Whew. Anyways, okay, we got this. We're gonna do this. Hello and welcome in today's, we started recording. I don't know if I'm still shaking. Oh, make sure I look decent. Okay, that looks a little crazy, but that's okay. We're just gonna go with it because, you know, we're wild and crazy. Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm so excited to show you the new Natasha Denona Triochrome palette. And it is so pretty. I mean, look at that packaging. Ooh. I mean, even the packaging has that triochrome. I think it's so cool. Anyways, that is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna review this palette, do just a very quick review. I've already done my eye look and I'll show you what I used, but I didn't want to take too much time trying to do an eye look as well as do the quick review and swatches, so we're gonna keep it simple. All right, so make sure you stay tuned so you can see. Welcome, hello. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're returning, I appreciate the love and support. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like it. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Make sure you turn on all notifications. That way you're alerted of my content. I do usually post on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 9 a.m. You might see a few extra videos here and there because there have been so many releases, and then with the Sephora sale, there's just so much going on that I'm trying to get a little bit more out to make sure I can show you guys the latest and greatest so you know whether to spend your money or not, you know. Thank you so much for being here, and that's what we're going to do today is go ahead and do a quick review and swatches of the new Natasha Denona Triochrome palette. It's very pretty, so stay tuned. All right, so this palette is again the Natasha Denona Triochrome palette. It is her typical big pan palette, so this is actually a 15 pan palette, but it is the larger size. So this one does retail for $129, again, because it is the larger palette. Wanted to show you just some comparisons so you do see that it is actually the larger. This is the Natasha Denona Biba palette, and again, this is her 15 pan larger. And see, it is the same size, so I did want to show you that. And then just wanted to compare, this is her Glam palette. Sorry, it's so dirty, but again, you can see a little bit of size difference there, just so you can see. So this is one of her larger palettes again, which is why it's the $129 price range. Very pretty palette. Now, it's very specific. They do show you basically making 3 looks out of it, so each row technically is one look. Now, not that you can't, you know, mix and match, do whatever you want, but again, they do try to just show you ways to make looks. So basically 3 looks with this palette. In the middle there are your triochromes. They are very pretty. Now again, I am wearing one of the looks now. I do have this middle row on right now. It is very pretty, but again, do you need this palette? Now, if you're really into triochromes, you want to try it out, you really love Natasha Denona. Now, see, I love Natasha Denona. I do kind of collect her palettes, so for me, I'm glad to have it in my collection, but the average person, do you need this? I would say no. Now again, you know, do what you like, it's up to you, but I don't think you necessarily need this palette. So again, it's very specific, so I don't know if it would work for everybody. Now I'm going to go and show you, actually, you know what? These ones do have names. A lot of her palettes don't have names, they just have like numbers or tell you how to use the palette. This one actually does have names. So what I'm gonna do is just go across each row. We'll start with this row here. I've got it upside down just because I don't want to kill you with a mirror, but we're gonna start with this row here, and we'll just go across this direction going over, and I'll tell you the names and the swatches. So the first 3 we're gonna swatch. We have Scrap, Androdite, and Scarab are those first 3. So I'm gonna just swatch those for you, show you what those look like. We'll go here. So again, those are those first 3. Now again, this here is your triochrome for that first row. It is very pretty. Now again, some of these, like the one I had on now, I have the middle row, the purple one. It seemed a little lackluster to me, but again, I think a lot of the effect you would see actually when you're in light or, you know, in different situations. So maybe you're not supposed to see as much, you know, be able to notice it right away. But honestly, on first impression, I mean, it had a lot of pigmentation, but I didn't see a lot of that shift. Now again, it could just be the way I applied it and in my lighting, but the other 2 in that row we're gonna swatch are Ion and Vert. Yeah, make sure I'm saying that right. So I'm gonna put those right underneath. All right, so that's your first row. Just wanted to show you those. And again, that middle one is the triochrome. But they are pretty. I mean, a very specific look, very grungy, kind of warm look. Now this next row, ooh, this thing's already getting dirty. The next row again is this middle row, which is like your purples. I'm gonna go across these. The first 3 are Naga, Manganese, and Kinetic. And again, this is the row that I'm wearing, and I'll show you here in just a moment which of these shadows I have on. But we're gonna go right underneath this one. That one was It's a little bit crumbly, just be careful. But yeah, so there's the first three. Now again, that's the one I have. Now in the lighting here, it has a lot more sheen to it, but I'm still not seeing a whole lot of shift. Now it could just be me and the lighting, but again, I just wasn't all that impressed. I mean, I have, which I meant to bring, I might show you eventually here, some DENONA shadows that are like multi-chrome and duochromes, those kind of things. And to me, those have a lot more just that, like, you know, just in your face, like sheen. But there were those first three. And then the other two in this row are Redox and Tungsten. So those are those other two shades in there. Now again, it's a very pretty color story. That is actually what I'm wearing now. I'll show you what I have. I put this Redox shade all over the lid as like my base shade. I did use a little bit of this Tungsten to give a little bit more of a pinkish look. And then I deepened it with Manganese. And then of course have the Kinetic Triochrome. So that is what I'm wearing on my eyes now. Now again, with this, the only problem too is you don't really have an inner corner or brow bone highlight in here, so you will have to use an additional shadow or additional palette, you know, highlight or whatever you want to use in your inner corner. That's what I did to give it a little bit more because it just seems so flat. I can't explain it, but it just seems so monochrome, but like flat mono. I don't know, I can't explain it. But anyways, but that was just my thoughts. All right, so those are all the first two rows. Now I'm trying to find, I might do these last three on my hand so you can still see what we're doing here. So again, this last row, we've got, I'm going to go to the first three again, Vertex, Plutonium, and Color Flip. Vertex, Plutonium, and Color Flip. So we're going to do those first. Make sure my hand's nice and clean. So we get a nice, ooh, now see, now that triochrome looks pretty. Ooh, yeah, see that? Ooh, yeah, see that one? Now that one looks pretty. I have to say of all three, this is probably my favorite triochrome. Just those, it's got like a green shift and a purple, maybe a yellow. I'm trying to think of what the other color is, but it's, ooh, look how pretty that is though. I just want you to get a really good look at that. See that shift? See where it looks green there and then it looks kind of purple there. Ooh, okay, yeah. I'm liking that one. Now again, that one color is like my skin color, so you won't really be able to see that Vertex color. All right, so the last two we have Garmin and Diatonic. Now these are more of like your skin tone, flesh colors, so I mean, they'll show up a little bit, but yeah, I guess they're a little bit darker than they seemed. But yeah, so there is the last row there. Now again, I think as far as like variants, I think this is the most unique. I don't know if I want to say unique, but you know, it has the most color variants of the other ones. Like that's a very grungy green kind of, that's a very purple, you know what I mean? But this one has a little bit of orange, purple, a little bit of brown, you know what I mean? Like it just has a little bit more variation, I guess is what I'm looking for. But yeah, so those are all of the shades there. Very, very pretty. Again, what I'm wearing on my eyes. And since there was nothing to really give that inner corner highlight or brow bone highlight, what I ended up doing is going into my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow. And I did use that in the corner so to lighten that up in the brow bone. And then I was trying, I got this new quad. Again, I'm trying to give Charlotte Tilbury a chance. I'm just not all that impressed. I don't know what to say. But I did get her Dazzling Diamonds palette, luxury palette of pops. This is what it looks like. It's very pretty looking at it, but these are just underwhelming to me. I guess when you're used to, or when you've had indie brands and have just dealt with that like really intense color payoff, doesn't do much for me. So I tried to use this lighter color, I think it was. I don't even know if it has the name on here. My eyes are bad. I can't read it honestly, y'all, it's so tiny. But anyways, I used that one there and to try to give the inner corner highlight, and it just gave a tiny bit of sparkle, but that was about it. So I wasn't really all that impressed. And actually though, while I have it there, let me go ahead and swatch this for you too, because there might be some people out there that are curious about this, that might want to see what this has to offer. I mean, the colors are very pretty. Yeah, so there it is. Hopefully you can see that. But again, I mean, that blue is very pretty, but it just, I mean, for it to be supposed to be so dazzling, it's not all that dazzling to me. I don't know what to say, guys. It's just not all that dazzling. Okay, anyways. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you that. And then just real quick, I am really, really enjoying my Gucci bronzer, shade 2. Really, really enjoying this. Sorry, it's really dirty already, so I'm gonna show you the whole thing. I do have that on. That's what I'm wearing for my bronzer, which I just think is so pretty. I love that. I'm so glad I got that. And then again, my Hourglass. This is that Ambient Lighting Edit Mini. Really, really enjoying this. I did use the blush. I did use the highlight. Highlight isn't as, it's a little underwhelming to me, but I like a very blinding highlight, so, you know, but that is what I'm wearing. today too. So I mean, this area you can see a little bit, so not too bad. Another thing I wanted to show you here too real quick, it's kind of falling out now, I'm a little but I did recently do a review on the Dyson. This is that Airwrap. This was the gift collection that they just had. Very expensive, retails for $549. I did get it on sale with a 20% Rouge discount. A Sephora sale that's still going on right now. It might still be going on when I upload this, or it might be the very last day, so sorry guys. But I'm not sure how I feel about it for me. Now again, I have very fine hair, it's straight, it's thin, doesn't hold a curl all that great. So I mean, I think it's a pretty wave that comes out of it, but again, this is the smaller 1.2 inch barrel, and at first it's really pretty, but I mean, it's already falling out on me. But I will show you, I'm going to insert in here some pictures of me over a second. This is my daughter Emma, and I used this on her hair last night. So this is right as we finished. So this first picture is like right as we finished. Then I had her take another picture. So this next picture is going to be several hours in. I think we recorded at like 3 or 4. No, I think it was actually 4 or 5 in the evening. This next picture is like 9 o'clock at night. I had her take some pictures before, you know, getting ready for bed kind of stuff. And then I had it, this last picture, which you'll see is this morning. And I couldn't believe on her hair, I mean, look how pretty. I mean, she still has the ringlets. It's so pretty. And I just was like really impressed. So if you have even somewhat textured hair, wavy hair, a little bit more coarse hair, this is fabulous. And I think it would work really well for you. Now, someone like me with very fine hair, I did try to put a little bit of product. I mean, again, it's pretty. I mean, it has a nice wave, but I mean, I'm still glad I have it, but I don't know how well it works for like finer, thinner hair, but it works really well for anyone with any kind of texture in your hair. If you're just trying to, you know, even out the curls, get a nice ringlet kind of curl, it works really nice. And like I said, I was so impressed that her curls were still in this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous, but that's okay. That's another story, you know. Anyways, but yeah. All right guys, well that's all I have for you. I hope this was good information for you. Hope it helped you make a decision. Now again, like I said, if you're like me, a Natasha Denona collector, I'm so glad to have this. I think the packaging alone is just beautiful. I mean, I love purple. Purple is like my favorite color. And you know, if you can't tell, all my colorful looks are purples. You know, what can I say? But if you're looking to pick it up, now is the time to get it while it's on sale. I would not pay full price for this. Another thing too, oh, I almost forgot. If you cannot find it at Sephora, and hopefully, like I said, I'm not sure how long the sale is going. I'm so sorry if it's already done, but definitely worth a try. If you go to Natasha Denona's website directly, they have a code NDXBOXY, and I'll put the code down below. If you enter that code at checkout, it does give you 25% off your order. Now it's a one-time code, so you can only use it once. When I looked recently, they still have the Glam Palette. So those that are looking for the Glam Palette that missed out at Sephora, 25% off at Natasha Denona's website, as well as this, like I said, $129. If you want to get it, now's the time with 25% off. Again, I'll link the code. Hopefully it's still on sale, but even if you're looking for another one of her products, check her website out, NDXBOXY. Put that code in at checkout, and I hope that helps. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you got some value out of this content. Hope that at least help you make a decision. Now, again, like I said, for me, that's beautiful. I mean, to me, it's worth it just because, again, I am a Natasha Denona collector. But again, just your everyday person, it's definitely not going to be your top palette to pick up, just saying. And again, that middle triochrome I wasn't as impressed with, but the top row and the lower row, especially that lower row, that one's got me really intrigued. But yeah, as far as the triochromes, now, after having some indie brands and dealing with those, they still don't have that same level of intensity as an indie brand. But again, for Natasha Denona and your everyday person, it's kind of a cool way to venture and kind of, you know, get out of your box, try a little something different if you want to. So again, I hope that was very helpful. If it was, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe down below if you're not already. Turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss my content. I upload on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Again, might be a couple extra videos here and there as there's so much stuff coming out, new products, new things to try that I want to get out and test for you guys. So you might see a few extra videos here and there, but majority are Wednesdays and Saturdays at 9 a.m. So definitely make sure you come back, check me out. Otherwise, make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, wear your masks, social distance, wash your hands. Remember, getting into flu season, so please be very careful. Everybody enjoy your day, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. You know, actually, I don't know if this is the larger palette. Hold on, let me check. There's always something falling. Okay. Row are Relax. Oh, Redox. Sorry, Redox. You'd have to, like I say, go in for something under the eyes, which I thought I got in here. Shoot. Oh. And then another thing I wanted to show, oh, here it is. The sale is going on. I would not pay, okay, let me get this right.